I really don't like washing my cars. If you would follow my channel, you know that's the case. But when I do wash them, I want to be able to do it fast and easy, and I have to have the tools for the job, such as this pressure washer slash hose reel all-in-one that I purchased a couple of years ago. But after using it for a couple of years, there are a couple of things I don't like about it. So today I'm going to tell you about those things, and I'm going to tell you what I replaced it with. Before you even say it, yes, I know I can spend thousands of dollars on professional home equipment, but why do it if I can spend a couple of $100s on something that almost fits all of my needs? This was the case a couple of years ago, but over the years, this is what I've realized. Well, the hose itself is very, very, very difficult to deal with. It's very stiff, and you have to untangle it all the time. Speaking of tangling, this sort of guide here gets tangled from time to time. Now it's fine, but it's not the best. The pressure itself is fine. I ended up replacing also the end piece here for something more professional. And then one last thing that kind of takes away from this luxury experience is the fact that it's really loud. Check this out. And it's still going. Now, in terms of performance, it works well once you start spraying, but I wanted to see what's out there, and check this out. Ta-da! I present to you the new Giraffe Tools washer, which is essentially a newer generation of this. When I saw it online, I couldn't say no, so I had to buy it. Let's do a quick unpacking, and from what I see, it should mount directly to this mounting solution. If you want to know how I initially mounted it, you can again watch my video. But there's a reason why I got this to replace that. I read that it's quieter, that the hose itself is a lot more flexible than this one, and that it comes with a better gun. So let's put it to the test. Starting with the noise. This is the noise of the old one. And this is the noise of the new one. So if this was 10 in terms of how loud it is, this one is an 8.5. And now for the hose flexibility test. It's kind of hard to show it on camera. See how it also just starts twirling right away? But anyways, if I were to squeeze it, this is pretty much how I can squeeze it without actually creating a bend. Anything more just creates a little kink. With the new one, you can actually bend it this much, and it's still flexible enough. Also, it is definitely a lot easier to maneuver, but let me actually see how it extends compared to this one. Let's see what happens when I pull both of them at the same time. All right, both of them lock. Now, look at the hose. This one is like that. This one is like this. Is it a lot more flexible? Definitely a lot more flexible. Again, I don't know what I'm trying to show on the camera here, but this is not only more flexible, but it's a lot lighter. This in itself was worth the upgrade. The roller itself seems to work a lot better compared to this one. See how it's tangling? Look how the line is tangling here. None of it was happening with this one. Yeah, so this is a lot slower, a lot less organized. The gun itself, this is from the old unit, and the only difference that I see aside from a small stylistic designs is that this piece is now brass, or whatever piece of metal is, and this connection point was aluminum, which was prone to leaking, which is why I replaced it with this aftermarket one. And the actual foaming sprayer appears to be of higher quality. This is the old one, and this is the new one. High quality metals up top. Nice big nozzle, and a strainer at the tip. But now let's find out how easy it is to swap it. First thing we do is we disconnect the power and disconnect the water supply here. The beauty of these reels is that you can simply lift and remove it. It's simple. Now, I'm gonna give it to a friend of mine, but I'm gonna give it to him with the new bracket because this is the old one that I installed with this one, and apparently it's interchangeable. So it should be as simple as just hanging the new one on. So if you're looking to upgrade this unit, it should be pretty straightforward. Check it out. Look at this, simple. Now for the connection here, the old one had this strainer which you cannot reuse, so that stays with the old one. The new one has a strainer built in this hose, so you screw it in here and then you connect your supply line here. Now in my case, this looks a little wonky because I have a splitter that connects it to my regular hose reel in case I don't want to use the pressure washer, but just, you know, manage it however you feel is appropriate. Power is on. Let's turn it on. Okay, so it's a little quieter. And by the way, I'm getting a leak over here. It's not from this unit, it's actually from the splitter. So don't jump to conclusion. So here's the test. First time it being on the wall. Okay, now imagine me walking around the car, power washing this. See? Power washing this. See how easy it is to move this cable around? And if it does get tangled, it gets untangled pretty quickly. And then let's put these nozzles in and see how it really works. I have to say, definitely a lot quieter. The engine doesn't operate as hard or on as high RPMs as the old one. And in terms of washing, it works pretty well. I like it. And this is how we pull it back in. Check this out. That in itself is worthy of an upgrade. And finally, the beauty of this thing is it's so compact that I can actually squeeze my car right next to it. So it's not big, doesn't protrude a lot, and it just looks the part. It feels the part now, which is the most important thing. Dealing with it now feels like you're dealing with a quality product, which it is. If you don't have one, I highly suggest you invest in one because it'll be a time saver. It'll make your life a lot easier. Let me know what you think of this unit down in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.